So the Drake and UMG case has been a little bit quiet, right? Well, there's updates now. So let's take a look at what's going on. Aubrey Drake Graham, plaintiff versus UMG Recording Incorporated. Notice of motion and motion to dismiss. UMG is going for the ultimate. They're trying to throw that haymaker in there again, huh? All right. Please take notice that pursuant to Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 12B6, and upon the accompanying memorandum of law and request for judicial notice, defendant UMG Recordings Incorporated respectfully moves this court before the Honorable Jeanette A. Vargas, which is the judge, at the United States Courthouse for the Southern District of New York, located at 500 Pearl Street, New York, yada, 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 for an order dismissing the amended complaint for failure to state a claim. So they're going for that dismissal there. And there's an exhibit. Actually, there's like 15 exhibits that were filed with this motion to dismiss. I'm going to bring up one of them. All right. All in all, the ones that I'm not going to show you, the exhibits like have like the songs, like they got Like That, they got I think they got Euphoria, all the exhibits that they're probably just using to paint the picture of this being a back and forth battle, between this is how hip hop goes, right? All these different exhibits relating to that. But exhibit A was interesting to me. Funny that they made that this exhibit A the very first one too. But this was funny to me because art on trial, protect black art. I mean, you could look at this as a valid exhibit for UMG's claim, as far as like, what do you mean? Look at Roxanne and Jay-Z and Nas and DMX and 50 Cent and Ja Rule and Eminem and all these battles. Like, what are we talking about? But we all know that Lucian Grange is a white man, right? But it's all right. Art on trial was a clear defense that UMG was always going to use. Protect black art, right? But the shot there is the obvious thing with Drake of trying to show that he just disconnected. You got this half Jewish kid, and when it was time to have this battle that he engaged in, he partook in, and he lost. All of a sudden, he doesn't understand the rules of this or the culture of this, right? So they made this exhibit A. That's hilarious, but in courtrooms across America, the trend of prosecutors using artist creative expression against them is happening with troubling frequency, regardless of the medium, music and visual arts, writing, television, film. Fans explicitly understand the creative expression is rooted in what artists see and hear. It's a reflection of the times we live in. The final work is a product of the artist's vision and imagination. Well, sometimes. Sometimes they rap in what they live. I mean, they some real life shit. It's not always somebody's imagination. Go listen to some drill music. You got any drill rappers on UMG or any child companies underneath UMG? Hmm. Rappers are storytellers, creating entire worlds populated with complex characters who can play both hero and villain. Tell that to TK or shit right now, allegedly Little Dirk and Fulio or anybody. All of these guys. Well, I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that alone. For example, currently in Georgia's Fulton County, numerous members of the Young Stoner Life, they didn't say YS, and they didn't say Slime neither. Young Slime Life, they changed it to Stoner. Good job. Young Stoner Life record label, led by Grammy winning artist Jeffrey Lamar Williams, aka Young Thug, are facing more than 50 allegations, including RICO charges, that the label is a criminal gang. Was this written before he was released? The allegations rely heavily on the artist's lyrics, which prosecutors claim are overt evidence of conspiracy. In the indictment, Fulton County prosecutors argue that lyrics like "I get all type of cash, I'm a general" are a confession of criminal intent. All right, so we understand the picture that they painted, but look at this. Look at all the look at all these companies listed here: 300, BMG, Audio Mac, Def Jam, Cash Money, Hot 97, Empire, Island, Motown. Look at this. Look at this. Rap a Lot, RCA, Sirius, Sony Music, Virgin. Warner Music Group, YouTube Music, Warner Record. Everything is up here. Everything. Wow. And then what's this? Paid advertisement. Not only 2 Chains, 21 Savage, 50 Cent, A Boogie, Aaron Ace, Alicia Keys. Who are all these people representing? Artists underneath UMG or associated with the above companies that was just listed that are practicing freedom of expression and this artistry that needs to be protected. You're saying protect black art. Wow. And then hashtag protect black art at the bottom. I wonder if that's going to be one of UMG's main angles. Not that we did anything wrong mechanically, not that we did anything wrong process, procedure, or label wise, as far as did we was there any payola, was there any bots, did we work with Spotify in a way that was different, was there any placement on track list that was different for Not Like Us, did we give it any type of favor, did we push Drake's side, like all these different mechanical type of things. I wonder if above all, because those are going to remain an argument, but I wonder if above all of that, what UMG wants to push the envelope for the most is the protection of black art. Just simply that this was a battle. And I could see them leaning on that heavy. You want to know why? Because that's probably the worst one from a public perception standpoint. That is one of the reasons why the people that are killing Drake behind this lawsuit, the people that have justifications about they're trying to devalue him over upcoming negotiations or the bots. It's not fair for this artist or the next artist or this artist over. They look at that and say this is Drake helping other people to win, to get out of the industry bad record label practices that can hinder artists and whatnot. Right? The people that's really killing Drake is just like, dude, you were the one saying drop, drop, drop. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Defamed. You said that this child wasn't his. What? That's a majority. Like anybody even if you're team Drake, if you can't see that, then that's the delusional side. I would think that even like an academics or a mall, for example, can agree, like, to sue somebody over a rap battle that you was involved in and that you asked for to a degree, and like, do you agree or disagree that that's a little bullshit? I think everybody could see that. So, UMG might ride that one because court of public opinion is also strong.